Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Mumbles. Today we're going to be doing another Mumbles rambling, and we're going to be talking about team building. And we're going to put a game spin on this. Although it can be used for pretty much any walk of life or any team building, where you need to build a team, you need to pick players, you need to pick people, you need to get something done. So, that's what today's episode of Mumbles is going to be about. So let's get right into it. Team building is not an easy thing to do. And many of times, the difference between a good team and a bad team can be the difference between winning a game, losing a game, tying a game, or for a more real-world sense, getting a good grade or getting a bad grade. So, what do you do about that? Well, there's a couple tips I've developed over the years that can help you kind of, pick those teams a little bit better. The first tip I have for you is on team building is do not try to pick someone who plays exactly like you or who has the same exact ideas as you. Though this is an easy trap to fall into, it's not something that you should do because pretty much, if you pick someone that has the same exact identical play style or the same exact identical skills as you, you're really not getting anywhere. You can do the same things he can do, but where is that benefiting you? The goal of building a team is to build basically a base of covering each other's weaknesses. So let's say one person is great at to put this in a gamer perspective, I'm going to use Call of Duty. So let's say one person is a great sniper. He can look long range, he can snipe anyone anywhere, right? Okay, so you get that great sniper. Let's say you're the great sniper, okay? You're the great sniper. So you don't want to have a team full of yous where there's just snipers all over the place. Well, that could be enticing, and maybe it is a strategy. It's not very smart. You need someone close that can guard your back. You need someone, mid-range that can pick those people off. And you need someone, I'm sorry guys. You need someone who can run around close to kind of get that traffic moving. Otherwise it could just be a sniper battle, and that's not what you want. So, as I said, my first tip is don't pick someone who is exactly like you in all things. You need balance, you need coordination and stuff like that. The second thing I would pick is try to pick someone who you kind of know what you're going to get from them. So by this I mean, let's say you've seen someone play before, you know what their play style is. Go after that person, don't go after the wild cards. Wild cards can be dangerous and they can cost you a lot in real life and in games. Let me give you a great example of this. Let's say, we're going to take this now to real life. Let's say you pick someone and today is the first day you've met him. Now sometimes you do have to do this, but let's say today is the first day you met him. You don't know what you're going to get from him. He might just decide he's not going to show up for class anymore. So that's not what you want. You want someone who you can depend on and even if you haven't worked with them before, you've kind of seen their outcomes and you know that they're going to be good. So that's the second tip. Make sure that you try not to pick wild cards if you're given the choice. Make sure you evaluate those people, from afar, from close, but mainly make sure that you just kind of watch them. So my third tip is basically this. Make sure that in getting this good balance of team members and in getting not getting the wild cards, that you try to make sure that you pick people who you're going to get along with. So what I'm trying to say is try to pick someone that you have an interest in with. So let's say you both like cars. So, you can kind of talk about cars. You don't always have to talk about things. It'll reduce some of the stress off of you. It'll keep things moving smoothly. It'll give you guys an outlet. So that's kind of what you need. And those are just 3 tips that I have for you guys. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I got kind of a cold, but anyways, those are just 3 tips that I have for you guys. There's more, but in the interest of time, we're just going to go through these because these are the 3 main ones that I felt. So this has been my Mumbles rambling for today on team building. I feel free to comment, like, subscribe, all that things. There is a cards button up in one of these corners. It can show you some of my other ramblings and things. There's also a subscribe button down at the bottom, one of these bottom corners, if you don't mind pressing, I'd be greatly appreciated. You can also follow me on Twitter at _Mumbles_. So that's today's episode of Mumbles. I want to wish you all a great day, a happy week, and I hope to see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone, and take care. Have a great day.